the valedictory address. Let me have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Ramachandran. He is a 1972 batch officer of the Indian Administrative Service, and he was Secretary Urban Development, Government of India. He is also a distinguished fellow Scotch Development Foundation. And while being the Secretary Urban, he spearheaded the implementation of the JNNURM. Everyone is aware that this is a scheme which finally gave birth to the smart cities and the Swachh Bharat. He was earlier the Chief Secretary of Uttarakhand, where he served as in that capacity for longer than 3 years, and he was identified as the infrastructure man and a national officer selected to be on deputation to UNDP India during 1986-1992. He holds a PhD from University of Glasgow, UK. And now I extend the invite to speak and deliver the valedictory address to Dr. Ramachandran, who has been witnessing the entire proceedings of Atmanirbhar Bharat, local governance, global response, very, very patiently, waiting. He's generally, otherwise I would say, not a patient person. He would prefer to interject in between because he will not hold anything to his heart. So I'm sure that he will have some great insights to share with all of us. With this, I hand the mic over to Dr. Ramachandran.
Welcome, Dr. Ramachandran.
Thank you, Samir, and thank you, Gurcharan. You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, of course, loud and clear.
Thank you. First of all, let me start by complimenting Scotch for this conference, Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is the current theme and which is something on which you have to focus much more intensely because that's the requirement of the day. And I do hope this is just the beginning of the series of programs you would be taking up to move in the direction of Atmanirbharta or self-reliance or self-dependence, which is very key in our scheme of things today. Let me also compliment all the award winners. As I always say, this is a long journey in that this is one laudable step, but this motivates each one of you to move forward further and to reach higher heights as far as serving the people is concerned. Now, coming to the broad topic, I shall try to focus on the COVID situation and what it means as far as the concept of local becoming vocal is concerned. As far as the local governance scheme is concerned, the emphasis now, I think, would be more on state governments doing their work and also moving further down to the local governments at the city level and the panchayat level. That's what is critical. And I do hope we are able to make some new beginnings as far as strengthening the local governance is concerned and local governance delivering much better than what it is today. So the concept is of significance. Now, as far as the urban local bodies are concerned during this time, the difficult times, we have noticed that Gurcharan mentioned about the urban mission, which was started in 2005, and then moving on or coming up to the Smart Cities mission. Now, in that Smart Cities mission, probably one of the initiatives which have become very relevant, which you would have noticed, is that of the integrated command and control centers becoming active. I believe in something like 70 of the 100 smart cities, these centers have become relevant, and you can see how important it has become in the context of addressing a larger issue concerning every single individual in the district is concerned. Also, we must take note of the huge efforts being put in by the workers, the Safai Karmacharis and the like, for keeping our cities clean, our areas clean, ensuring daily supply of water, electricity, essentials like that, so that we remain at home and we are not concerned about some of these basics. And I think by and large, mostly in most of our cities and towns, this delivery of service has been happening continuously in a satisfactory manner. That's also something which is laudable. Now, one of the lessons we would have learned from this entire crisis is that of strengthening our health infrastructure. And that has become very important. And I do hope state governments will be more prompted to look at where do we stand with regard to the health infrastructure in our cities and rural areas. what is the availability of doctor, what is the availability of medical facilities, what needs to be strengthened. We have only been debating all these years about the inadequate investment in the social sectors of education and health, but health has become so critical now. That should be one of the fundamental lessons which our policymakers should take up, realize, and move forward by investing more and taking stock of what it is like at the ground level. That is what has become important now. It's okay to say that we have this many doctors or we have this many hospitals, but coming to the reality, when people really needed help, were they able to access the medical facility available? Were there limitations? What more could be done? That is something which one of the fundamental which we have to address. Another issue which when I listen to all these presentations, is one of that of closing our borders. Now, I understand that in the given situation, that was a basic requirement, but in places like, say, the National Capital Region, Delhi and the National Capital Region, how appropriate it was to mechanically close the border, whereas somebody living in Gurugram or in Noida is always dependent on a city like Delhi or the other way. So we have to have mechanisms in position whereby requirements of such people can be better addressed rather than just going by the territorial limitation, because that is an arbitrary way of looking at things as far as the ordinary person living in those areas are concerned. That is something which we need to address better. Another point which has come up, which we all know very well, is that of dealing with the migrants and dealing with slum dwellers. A city like Mumbai having such large number of slum dwellers, more than 50% of the total population, and they're facing acute problems during this crisis. Now, that should once again awaken us about the various programs which we have to provide housing for all these people. Have we succeeded in identifying all those people and providing for them? Because resources do not seem to be a limitation. It's a question of the will to implement and to provide houses to all those who need. And that has become a key point as far as this entire activity is concerned. And as far as the migrants are concerned, I think there are still points to be addressed, though programs are there. Just to take the example of Surat, I believe people came together to provide them with food and all that, but their basic requirement was that of getting back home. So in this scheme of management, we had to take note of some of these critical issues as to where a large chunk of people would like to be and what their fundamental problems are. That leads me to lead me to another point, that of megacities governance. I think we need to have a second look at how these megacities are currently being governed, Mumbai being a classic example in the problems they are facing in addressing the issue. So we have to have a revamped system of administration as far as our very large cities are concerned, which will continuously take note of the frequent requirements of the city and address issues, have specialists working in different areas, and also have an administration which is responsive at the ground level. That would take me to the decision-making process. Very good efforts have been made by our district administrations all across the country. It's commendable. And I think this is one occasion, even the critics should recognize that. But for the district administration functioning as a unit, what all problems we would have faced. And that's very important. It's easy to criticize the bureaucracy and the systems, but in a given situation, what is it that one can do and whether that has been done most appropriately. Of course, there is need for more transparency as far as the decisions taken are concerned, and they getting communicated to people, reflecting the problems of particular sections who are living in different parts of the city. For example, the very senior citizens or single persons living, or those who are disabled, differently abled and the like, whether it has been possible to address the problems and requirements of those people also at the ground level. And that is what would take me to another concept which I think we should take up very seriously, that of area sabhas at the polling booth level. At the level of something like 1,000 plus voters, to have an entity called the area sabha, which is below that of the ward, and making that functional and active. And if enough data was available at that level, I think management would have been much more easier. Communication would have been much better between the area unit and the city administration. And there would have been much better representation of the requirements of people and also addressing the issues. We have good examples like that from Gurugram, where provisions were taken by city buses, which were otherwise remaining idle to different parts of the city and distributed. But there are a whole lot of issues where the common man feels that my viewpoint has not been heard or that is not getting
addressed. Communication is important and feedback is important. I think we need to provide for that as well in the governance systems at our local level. Disaster management plans are something which are supposed to be prepared for each and every unit. How well it was prepared, if it was prepared, of course, we were not prepared for a contingency like this, but if it was prepared, couldn't we have made better use of that? And if there was something lacking or missing in that, that's also something that's a requirement under the Disaster Management Act. So every city, every district should have been ready with that and the response action. So it's time to take stock whether we have fully been prepared as far as this requirement is concerned. I was told I'll get about 7 minutes. Gurcharan, have I done my 7 minutes?
You have another minute.
Another minute. So I just thought of flagging these issues as a result of the experience which we got in addressing this issue. It's not that there are shortcomings or shortfalls, but every event is an opportunity for us to do better, to improve better. So the first point is moving towards Atmanirbharta. What all we need to do, which are the items for which we can be self-dependent, and how do we take it forward? I'm sure Scotch will take it up much more proactively. The second point is looking at governance systems traveling down to the local level and how to make that local governance also very vocal in our scheme of things. And I believe if we address these issues in a very proactive manner, we could even provide a very good model of governance, a global model as far as the entire world is concerned. And we have individual examples like that of the Kerala example of how they handled the issue. We listened to a good number of district presentations today, how the local district magistrates and their colleagues took the initiative to address their issues in a local manner. And these things will work only in a local manner because there will be national policies, national guidelines, but how to implement it and how to reflect the local issues is the concern of the district level. Thank you for this opportunity, Scotch, and wish you all the best and wish all the contestants or participants even better success as far as recognizing their work is concerned. Thank you. Over to you, Bhushan.